on mute?
No. Yeah. Salute, family. Y'all already know what it is. It's Goshen Kusabe or Goshen Shalem, right? We have a special guest. It's none other than yeah, Charles from Kenya. Hey, introduce yourself, bro.
Oh, this Charles from Kenya. You
Just
did.
Charles.
You already introduced me. Charles from Kenya.
I love the stories, right? Some stories I can't say, but I love the story. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be going in today. As you can see right there, it says what? Write the vision, make it plain. Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 2. We're gonna look a little bit into what that means, and then we're gonna begin to bring out some things. We're gonna begin to start to run with this vision. All right. We're gonna see what that really means. All right. It has everything to do with the gospel. Everything. Showing you that there was a wrong message put out, but then this part right here talks about the good message, the right message that come out from the official messenger.
The good news.
The good news is the gospel, right? So, share this video. You already know what it is, right? I think we're gonna share that video that we did there earlier. We're gonna get some of this Bacardi Gold right here and get this popping over here.
Do you have to tell them?
Yeah, they gonna know. Whatever. This is for my Bantus in the world. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. So here's what it is, right? So we got love for y'all. We probably ain't gonna be. I ain't gonna say that because somebody said that it just never happened. So we always try to pull me up. No, I ain't doing that. But I would like to get to a movie today, like maybe what, The Purge. Y'all ain't seen the first Purge? Y'all need to see it, right? Because that's what's happening. We're in the time of the Purge. 2013 is when the Purge came out. The first Purge. Now, the first Purge that came out, the year was put at 2022. The year was 2022. 2013. The year was put at 2022. 2014 was put at 2023. Are you starting to get the drift? The last purge that they have already put out thus far went back to the original first purge, which was the year of 2022. So there's two purges that's dealing with the year of 2022. The first one, and then the last one that's been put out. Now we have another purge that's coming out. It's called the Forever Purge. Are we in the house today?
They're telling you outright.
They telling you. They've been telling you. They told you with Thanos. I should have left none of y'all alive. I should have just killed all of you. And then the video, it just went off. That was the end game. I never saw it. But the person who said they did see it said that's what happened. They telling y'all what they're doing to y'all. So those of you just, I gotta get a vaccination. They love us. It was nice seeing you. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go straight to hell. Dummy.
They'll not bury you with the $20.
Oh yeah. Now since it's not moving fast enough, we got a couple of greens for you. What will you give in exchange for your soul? That's what we're playing today. What will you give? And that's the word. Talking about in the last days, people will do some stupid stuff against their own souls. What will you do for your soul? What would you do? How much is your soul worth? Is it worth $5,000? So you get injected with $5,000. I mean, you get injected with death serum, playing with death, and you get $5,000. You may not even live to actually spend that $5,000. Just take that $5,000 right your hand, like that was great. Thank you for playing.
And they won't even bury you with the chain.
Ah. Then when he told like, hey, they family, oh yeah, he won $5,000, but it's nope. I don't know what happened to him. It's a malpractice or something like that. I guess he didn't. It didn't work out for him. It worked out for other people, but it didn't work out for him. People just crazy right now. Straight up crazy. So I'm gonna need for folk to not be so, how can I say this? Stupid. That's what I'm gonna need. So we're gonna go ahead and get it on with the with the theme song, whatnot. And the picture's so pretty. And that's beautiful right there. It looks like the car, though. It looks like true colors, right? That's what it looks like. It looks like royalty, right? Royalty. I'm gonna let y'all look at that from out the way. So I can see that real quick.
It tells everything.
It tells everything. Here we go. Look at those scriptures, see what they mean. You see music, King David, Heart of Psalms, all that, right?
Yeah.
So let's get it. So salute to everyone watching by Truth Colors, ECI Congo Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by King David or David King Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by Yashayahu Facebook page. Salute to everyone watching by Truth Colors YouTube channel. Yes, it's right. It's back, baby. Salute to everyone watching by David King or King David YouTube page. YouTube channel. Salute to everyone watching by Bantu Isolele Twitter account or Bantu Israelites or Isolele. No, we are Bantu Periscope TV, which they don't even do them. Unless you got the old Periscope and you was there, then you can watch stuff by Periscope still a little bit, but if not, it's still gonna take you straight on over to Twitter. So everything's still gonna be on Twitter. Salute to Goshen. Salute to Michaela and Micah. I talked to them today. They doing wonderful. My boy, his voice is deep and like his nuts is dropping. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. Just hearing my son like, I love you, daddy. I was like, I love you too, son. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like he over playing. My son said a joke to me today, right? It was funny, right? He said, Daddy. I said, huh? He said, I need you to help me. I said, help you do what? I need you to help me push a car. It's like, you hear people sniggering in the background. He said another one. He's like, Daddy. He said, I need you to help me. I said, sure, I'll help you, son. What you need me to do? I need you to help me push an alligator. He's in Florida. So he said, push that. I said, we ain't pushing no alligator. We would shoot an alligator. We would stab an alligator, but we ain't about to push an alligator. So, you know what I'm saying? So it was jokes, you know what I'm saying? It was all jokes, all fun. If he had more fun, it was like, you ready to hang up? He was like, no. So he just kept talking. We was just talking, man. So, yeah, man. But we got things to do. So let's get it cracking. May the kingdom of Yah be done on the earth as it is in the heavens. Yeah. Hey, get your little drink on, because you know what I'm saying, we're gonna be over here drinking. So celebration. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. We can't kick this off yet, just like hold on. And a major salute to Uncle Kenny, because today is his happy born day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Special salute. Let's go.
May you grow to see the kingdom.
May you get your wife. Beat the brakes, boy. Do some brake work. Man, for real. For real. Uncle Kenny over there, boy, he almost like a
He's
king
gonna get
himself.
one.
Yeah, you
Oh,
see
he's
it?
gonna get
That's
one.
it. He over getting it. Like,
Over there? In the
yeah,
back?
he gonna get one. His
Okay.
wife is coming,
They're
boy.
becoming granny.
Yeah. You already seen Uncle Kenny boy was back in the day. I already seen him like yeah. I'm already looking.
Other Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, in death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded, or who murders, or is sexually immoral, or uses witchcraft, or worships idols, or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second death.
Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Hey, who I said your haters, not your haters, they're your fruit testers. Multitude like your haters, not your haters, they're your
Beats by Other Psalms.
truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors. Hey, when you learn the truth, it will set you free. Many are held captive, stolen identity. But let me just shoot the breeze, release you from Satan's squeeze. He's all like enemies, no matter the color you see. That truth frame,
By Other Psalms.
truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, truth colors, yeah, yeah.
All right. Siami family. Look, I just shrunk a whole bunch then. Like I took some shrunken pills. Like I was like Alice in Wonderland. You know, that one bread and then one drink. One drink make you shrink. The bread make you grow. Or something. Or was it some food that made you shrink and then some other bread made you grow? Some craziness, right? All right, so we're about to go look at Habakkuk. All right, so we got Habakkuk. All right. That's what it is, Habakkuk. But look at this though. It says, then Yah replied, or then El Shaddai replied, write down the revelation and make it plain. So look at this. A revelation means that is the essence of what is being said. It's not you just writing down, they said write down a plan and make it plain. No, write down a revelation. Write down the understanding and make it plain. You know what I'm saying? Write down a revelation and make it plain on tablets so that a herald may run with it. Now, what is a herald? Now, watch this. Then Yah said to me, write my answer plainly. Write the answer, not the problem, but write the solution plainly on tablets. Write the gospel plainly on tablets so that a runner, not runners, but a runner can carry the correct message to others. Let's go. What is a herald? A herald is an official messenger bringing news, or bringing what? The good news. Watch what follows. A person or thing viewed as a sign that something is about to happen. They consider the first primroses as the herald of spring. So something is about to take place. A harbinger, sign, indicator, indication, signal, prelude, portent, omen, augury, forewarning, presage, announcer, forerunner. That's what we just got through seeing, right? So that the runner, precursor, messenger, usher, foretoken, signal, indicate, be a sign that something is about to happen. The speech herald a change in policy, to announce, point to, spell, foretell, foreshadow, prefigure, promise. That's what we want. It's a promise that's about to take place. Pave the way for, open the way for, or open the way to. Be a harbinger of, be a forerunner, be a precursor of, precede, come before, forebode, foretoken, be token, harbinger. So this be come before means what? The Messiah said these words. You will never see me again. He said literally never. You will not see me again. For I tell you, you will not see me again until you say. Now we need to ask, has people, right? Say that again. He tells them, look at this. He shows you. He says, look, your house is desolate. That means the one who's coming in the name of Yah is going to have to build up the houses. So if the houses right now is in desolation, then the Messiah cannot come because the work got to be done first. It's like inviting a king to our house that your house ain't even clean. What we look like? Hey, come, king. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to wash today. I'm sorry I couldn't get a chance to put up the buildings today. That's like him coming to receive, but you didn't did nothing with your gift. You didn't hit it. Exactly. Now watch this. Let me look at y'all real quick. here is the King of Kings, Master of all masters. And we up here saying, oh, the Messiah is coming back. But our land, we got TB Joshua, who just died. But the rest of the land is in filth. The ruins are still ruins. There is nothing for the Messiah to come and receive. Think about that for me. He's coming to particularly like the ghetto. So it's like literally his death and everything was in vain. So he's coming to see what his blood has purchased, has done for his people. But there is no increase from any of the sacrifices he has given. Make that make sense, right? We got foreigners over in the land who's running everything. But he's supposed to be coming with all might and power. When he comes, Jerusalem is already built up. And he's coming there to protect Jerusalem, not to destroy, everything. It says that the people will already be in the city. So when Megiddo takes place, they're coming against the city of the Father, where the people are lodged into, which is like the same story that happened with us the first time. But the last time, when they came against Jerusalem and besieged it, they sent us throughout the four corners of the earth. That's not going to be the same playground. They already got monuments up with their hands up saying, never again. Let me show that to you. So the Messiah is going to leave and come back to the same thing that he left from. Someone make that make sense, someone. Anybody. Does that make sense now?
Yep.
He left with that place in ruins, only to come back to a place in ruins.
Not just more ruins.
More ruins. No, nothing that has been done for his glory. Nothing that we could say, you know what? We did this. This is what you left us. This is what we was able to achieve with you, Almighty King. What is he going to receive with usury when he comes? Not a dang thing. So how does that make sense? Now, hold on. Save image. It's raised. All right, let's see. I think we got it now. Let's see. I'm glad I painted that picture so I can see something now. Like, make that make sense. Why would he want to come back? Y'all ain't finished, but y'all supposed to finish yet. Hold on. Boom. Look what it says. Never again. This will happen never again. When is it going to happen? Never. That is a declaration, buddy. We draw a line in the sand. This will never happen again. Never. Ever happen again. So now, how do you sound, or are people sound saying that Yeshua, the only begotten son of Yah, is coming back? How does that sound to you now, Charles?
So
How does that sound to you? To say that the Messiah is coming back to a place that's desolate. How does that sound to you? To the only begotten Son of Yah coming back, his purchase and everything that he done did, because the time he done opened all the seals, destroyed everything he's supposed to destroy, when then he comes back to a desolation. How does that make sense?
Doesn't make sense because they die and faith. He expects to come find benefits some little faith. That's what he expects.
He's coming to find some work done, right? He's not coming to find this place looking all degraded. He got, we got what? People can't feed themselves and all that kind of, like the place look horrible.
It's just like the Pharaoh.
Exactly. So like he said that we supposed to go back and build up the ancient places. So we gotta wait for him to show up to build the ancient places. He's already given us the instructions to build up the ancient places. So then he's gonna show up and say, we're gonna say, well, you gonna give us a helping hand as we build up the ancient places? Think about that for a minute. Oh, only begotten Son of Yah, will you be handing us with bricks and mortar?
Make that make sense.
Oh, Holy One. Oh, Righteous One. The beginning and the end. Could you please hand me the hammer?
You just killed it. And this just showed up. This just showed up literally to that hammer.
Oh my goodness. See how it's making sense though? Why ain't no one thought about this in a church? Why they saying, oh, Jesus is coming? You know what I'm saying? To do what? To help build a place? That he said our ancestors, he said your children will come back. He didn't say nothing, and I will build the place for them. No, did not say that. He said, I will prepare a place for you. That's land. Like if you build it, they will come. Or if we build it, he will come. That's how it's going to be. If we build it, he will come. It's not built yet. So he ain't coming. And then he says, you will never, one verse says, you will never, never see me. When you going to see me? Never. Until you say, blessed is he who comes in my name.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Now watch this. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those sent to her. Sound familiar yet? How many people ready to kill me? Stone me. Despise me. That is the real essence of a prophet right there. They was ready to do the same thing in the Messiah. They picked up rocks, ready to stone. It was like, so which good work do you stone me for? It was like, no good work do we ready to stone you for, but because you made yourself as equal as the Father. That's why we're about to stone you. So it lets me know how Yisolele treats their prophets. Y'all be ready to kill them. The ones you be ready to, come here, prophet. I love you so much. Mwah. Now that's a prophet right there. Because I gave you a kiss. I love you. You told me everything I wanted to hear for all my little life when I was young and hurted and mistreated. You made me feel so loved and wanted and everything like that. You build up a rapport with me. Hallelujah. This is a man of Yah right here. This is it. Because you told me everything I needed to know, and you made me feel good. You took my fancy, you fed me, you did everything. I felt good by you. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is not a prophet. Because your prophets, you want to grab a stone and crack their heads with. Because they're telling you the truth. The prophets get under your skin. Make you want to go there with them. You want to go there with me? You talking about me? You gonna tell about my life in front of everybody? You know what I'm saying? You gonna get on my nerve? And they said with Stephen, they literally said, like, stop your ears, and they was stoning him. They stoned Stephen to death because the word that was coming out of his mouth. I ain't seen not one near preacher where people want to grab stones and stone him. Maybe me, but I'm just talking about in the Christian world. I haven't seen one person that made people want to pick up stones and stone them. Let me name some people. T.D. Jakes. Yeah. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready for your blessing. Get ready.
What kind of blessing?
What about Creflo Dollar? See, if we want to be blessed, we're going to have to leave behind all the commandments. It's the commandments that convicts us of sin. But if there's no commandments, then there's no sin. That was best said. I've never heard that in my life before. That was the gospel right there. What about Paula White? Now, see, I know some of y'all been hurt and bruised and abused. But see, let me tell you about my own life. See, Jesus is a way maker. See, because to forget all the glamour, all my makeup and all my fake wigs, forget all that. Underneath, I was a wretched woman, okay? And I'm trying to talk to you. And there's people like you, I feel femininity, empowerment. Oh! Joyce Meyer, let me get on her. Let me talk to you, children. Sit down, kids. Joyce Meyer come at people like a mama. Everything is from a mama standpoint. Now listen to mama. Kenneth Copeland, just give your money. Just ain't gotta say nothing else. Just give your money. Kenneth Copeland. Exactly. You must declare your own future. Do it. Just like I did with COVID-19. I said, COVID-19, I blow the wind of God on you. Or maybe it's David E. Taylor. I told a woman who said no more sheets. That I don't care who you think you are. You ain't seen God face to face. I got the face-to-face ministry. The face-to-face ministry and never die ministry. I done seen God face-to-face and never died. Never died. You ain't never been there before. And you be hearing people saying like, I believe he once seen God face-to-face, but now I think he's doing some other things. So he went straight totally against word right there and just straight up living. So he gets everything based off of I seen God face to face. Now Fred Price was the closest that I seen someone getting stoned. That's because back in the 90s, he was bringing up racism in the church. That'll get anybody stoned. He was like, I'm just gonna say it. I know some of y'all might be mad at me. I said, like, you go get yourself killed, but you know what? It's okay. I need to say it. There's some unspoken stuff that needs to be said. Fred Price was the only one who had the balls to say it. It was like, I think some of these major pastors and preachers and teachers who are white don't like people like me. Black people sit on the front row like, don't put the camera on me. I don't want to be seen, you know. He probably lost some people that Sunday. I remember I was watching it like, this was in the 90s. I was like, my pastor was talking about it. He's like, well, you know, Fred Price is kind of stirring up the pot a little bit. I mean, but he's stirring the pot that needs to be stirred up. Like people like John G. Lakes and stuff like that. He was looking into all these things about these people, Oral Roberts and all of them, and seeing like what they love was towards Black people. You know, how we listen to this gospel from these white people who don't necessarily like our color, but they have the Holy Ghost on them. So yeah, he was the only one that's closest that I've seen someone getting, you know, stoned. But John Hagee, he was theatrical. He was like, hell is real and you're still going. You know what I'm saying?
And mind you, he has a lot of following.
Man, he controls all of Texas. That's the vote.
He's always full, like
Yeah.
in Texas.
Yeah, because he controls the vote. That is a whole mob in itself. John Hagee is a leader of a mob. He is mob deep, like for real. They only mob deep in name. He is mob deep in name, fame, and everything else. He was the one who was literally, who solidified and got people to really believe that the Jews were the Jews. It was John Hagee who was leading the torch around the way. He was like, he had one thing like, how could the Messiah hold the people accountable when the Messiah came to them and never said he was the Messiah? How can he expect the Jews to accept him when he never claimed to be their Messiah? This is like, you got music, like theatrical music, like just he messing up music, you know what I'm saying, in the background. And he's up there saying this stuff. And people was like, you know what? I never thought of it that way. I mean, how can we blame the Jews for not accepting Jesus when he never told them that he was their Messiah? I mean, they asked him, was he the Messiah? He said no. So I mean, like, how in the world can we really hold the Jews, you know what I'm saying, accountable for rejecting the Messiah? People was up there, this is like the whole little, started the whole Christian conspiracy, C-O-N, conspiracy. So, you know what I'm saying? John Hagee, yeah.
He's just a good orator. And
Exactly.
And you know, people like this.
Yes, he's just a good narrator. It's like, he's just, I mean, he literally cause you to start twisting words in the Bible. You be like,
Yeah,
man, that's good right there. Like, you start, he's like the snake in the garden. You know what I'm saying? Hey, did God really say that you can't eat from all the trees in here? That's John Hagee.
You need to face like this, man.
Yeah.
And you go like,
Yeah, you be like,
he's a man.
yes, you don't even realize you've been taken for a loop after John Hagee and had you. You won't realize until like 10 years later that he done had you. He done came in, bound you up, took your stuff. You'll be like, hey, you forgot some stuff over in the drawer. In the drawer over there. I'm trying to help you out. Get the rest of the stuff. Hey, open the drawer up in there. I got some goodies underneath those right there. Go get them. Right there. Go get
I
him.
don't,
Your hands all bound up.
I don't want to give up.
That's what John Hagee have you messed up. Be all messed up. Yeah, I know I'm telling the truth. You know, Juanita Bynum, don't let me get started with Juanita Bynum. Juanita Bynum will literally come up there and just shut the whole story down with her story, like, because she was being
I
real.
used to love her.
Yeah, because
Monica
she's like,
Bynum? Oh,
yeah.
man. I used to go like, this is the, man, this is where it gets saved.
Exactly. Someone said, hold on, is there sound? Okay, they approved that is very involved. So now it's like we've seen a whole bunch of things has been changing, right? So everyone's bringing the same message right now. And I've heard where everything at that point in time, you had a little bit of taste of somewhat of a message. When Dottie Peepers would be singing up here singing a song like, order my steps in your word. Please order my steps in your word. That was before the John Hagee's coming out like that. But our generation will grow up in that. We will grow up in some kind of aspect of a message, a little bit of something in there. But when the prosperity message came in there with Kenneth Copeland and John Hagee and all that stuff, and then you got Creflo Dollar who wanted to get on that bandwagon, then everything took a whole turn for the worse. Like, yeah, Joel Osteen. When his dad was sacrificed, so his son could get in there and turn that church around to something like that. You had stuff like Integrity Music, Hosanna Music, but then that stuff got bought out by the industry, by the secular industry. So therefore, when that music got turned out by the secular industry, the music began to change there too. You start seeing R. Kelly coming in there, producing people up in there talking about, ooh, nah, 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 nah. Your word is nah, 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 nah. You'd be like, what in the world is happening over here? You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just start getting crazy from there. You know, I remember one time it was like, like R. Kelly produced a Christian group over there. And I remember I saw the video. Man, this stuff was weird as I don't know what. I was like, I think it was, what was their name? It was something 7, triple R7, 777. What was it? Because I liked them. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, I thought it was until I seen the video. When I seen the video, I was like, and it wasn't until years later. Sometimes you be listening to songs, you know what I'm saying? They get you, you know what I'm saying? Certain songs, they got you to a certain place. They help you grow to a certain place. And then after you got that place of maturity a little bit, you started seeing what you was listening to, you was like, I ate off of that. That's what grew me up. I need to take a bath. I need to go just wash my whole insides out just right now, because this is some bull. Right? When I saw the music video, I was shocked. If I was to show you a music video right now that whom R. Kelly was producing back then, you'd be shocked too. But how he got everybody was like, I believe I can fly. You know. And from that moment on, everything just grew from there. You start seeing it in Space Jams. You start seeing it in churches. People start singing the song in the churches, whatnot. And it just seemed so good. You know what I'm saying? Then R. Kelly's, you know what I'm saying, pastor came to our church, you know what I'm saying, told us about the struggles that R. Kelly was having. R. Kelly was starting to have dreams about, you know, people, you know what I'm saying, in concerts, calling out his name. The man was like, look, John Eckhart, who was his pastor, was like, look, those are not people calling your names out. Those are demons dressed as people calling your name back to the industry. And then you see, like, you see in the dream, you see him in the movie or in his music video when he's dealing with his mama. His mama's gone. And he has that struggle going on. You see the struggle right there in the music video. The part where it says, I think it's the music video was called I Wish. He said, Mama. She said, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it to gain the world and lose your soul? Because he was struggling. He was struggling on the outside. He was struggling. He kept hearing, you know what I'm saying, people calling him back to the stage. It was the demons that was calling back out to him. And so then he was like, I can't do it. He said, it's got to be easier than this. And then that's when you see him walk away from the whole so-called Christian walk and went right back into the world. And from that point on, he became, I guess, even worse in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy. You see Mace turn out and then Mace go back. I mean, it was just so many things. And you start seeing that Christianity was more like a flip-flop. It was like you can have a phase for a little bit and then phase out if you want to, and then phase right back in if you want to, you know? So it became like a joke for most part. So everything began to lose its pizzazz. Why? Because the Father is about to start to show what's really the underlying power of all of this. So the message now is more of a secular message, more so than that of a message that is for people being set apart. What is the Father doing? He was lifting up the skirt of Christianity, little by little. It just took a little bit of time, but he began to lift. At first, it seemed solid in the years when our grandma was there and all that stuff, you know what I'm saying? But as the time went on, the Father began to lift up the skirt to show you what was really behind it. Why? Because he's going to be calling us out of it. Now, we're going to look at some things. So we see in Habakkuk, it's talking about bringing the real message. Now, the Messiah tells you that your house is desolate. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, who kills the prophets and stones those sent to her. Like I said, none of those so-called teachers, preachers, apostles, ministers, did anyone want to stab, kill, or anything. There's only one person that I know personally that people wanted to actually kill, and that was Lester Sumrall. That was it. Lester Sumrall. Now, this was a white guy. He had pissed some people off to where a father and his two sons showed up to his ministry while he was up there about to get ready to preach. They had their guns loaded. This is a white guy. White. He has more fire than I've seen in all of Yisolele. They came there to kill him. And he got word of it from the Spirit. And the Spirit had him spec and said, look, if anyone of y'all dare to move towards this stage to try to kill me or do anything like that, he said the Father will kill you before you can get one bullet off. And they stood up and said, we did come here this night to kill you, but we didn't like what you said. He said, but after when he said his message wasn't like that, they were scared by the fear of Yah. Lester Sumrall was not liked by America, was not liked at all. They wanted to kill Lester Sumrall. They tried to run him out. He did most of his work overseas. The Father told him to come back to America. Why? Because he said America had got into some stuff. And he was like, what? He's like, that would never happen. If I was to play right now, the Dream of Apollyon, some of y'all might be appalled by the Dream of Apollyon, right? It's going to have rock and roll music in it. It's going to have TV as the head image. Maybe I should play that. Maybe. What do you think? Think I should play it?
Go ahead.
The Dream of Apollyon.
Go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. It's fine. This is a white man. I want you to hear his dream. This dream was in 1999. Let's see if it makes sense yet. And all the stuff that people are talking about now in the music industry, talking about witches and warlocks, you're going to hear him say the same thing. Back in 1999. Dream. Let me see what they. Lester Sumrall. Let me put that in. Lester Sumra. System one. Payan, you're gonna see what a Payan. There it is. Sumra Payan dream. Let me see. I think this is it. That's JPEG though. Now, this was the father's servant. Let me put on his face so you can see who he is. Lester Sumra. He was the closest thing to what we knew to be of holiness or set apart back in those times. Him right here. He died April 28, 1996. I said, here it is. Dream of a Payan. There it is.
Easy as the breeze, simple.
All right, it says the startling message came to Dr. Sumrall as a dream in which a voice called himself Apollyon, the king and angel of the bottomless pit, in chapter 9 of the book of Revelation. Listen to the contents of what's being said. You're going to be completely shocked on how accurate it matches now. Let's go.
Feelings.
Last night I slept very little, maybe an hour or two. I dropped.
I don't know where it's at. He turned on some of these. I need some of these open because I'm looking for some stuff. All right. For real? Come on. All right. Close.
Dropped off to sleep close to midnight and suddenly awakened because I'd had a dream. I dreamed that just above me, to the left of where I was in bed, I saw a large TV set, and all I could see were two eyes, alive, blinking, staring down at me. And a voice came from the TV set, said, "I am not a scarecrow. I am Apollyon." And I went cold all over. I trembled all over. And before I got up to write for most of the rest of the night, I became ashamed. I had been writing a book for about 2 years called Scarecrow. I've always wondered why I couldn't finish it. I worked on it. It was calling the devil a scarecrow, that all he is a flap in the breeze, that anybody can push him over. And I was rebuked by satanic power, saying, I am not a scarecrow. I am a Apollyon. I've had 3 dreams of late. The first dream was I was awakened, and I had dreamed that I saw a large serpent going over a wall rather fast. And the words came into my heart, resist him and he will flee. So the Lord was telling me it was time for the church to resist, which is a militant word, resistance force. A night or 2 later, I had a second dream, and I was walking down a path, wide one, and I became conscious that in the underbrush to the side of the path was a huge serpent following me. I did not see him. I heard the rustle of him. I was very conscious that I was being monitored by a serpent. And from my spirit I said, that the serpent said, I'm watching. I'm watching. The third dream that I had, a day or 2 after that, I was again on a path, and I became conscious of an evil surrounding. And suddenly, from the side of the path, a serpent came forth, but not the type of serpent you've ever seen. His head was square. He was a monster, very big and strong teeth. And he was pushing him, didn't have anything like a serpent's face. It was like a human face. And was challenging me with his looks, and nothing was said. These 3 dreams, I have carried them over and over in my spirit for several months. And then last night, I was awakened. And you remember the story of Big Brother in 1984? I saw Big Brother. It was a human face with eyes about 2 to 3 times the size that they should be, glaring down at me, saying, I am not a scarecrow. I am a Apollyon. And I got up and left my bed and went into my study. In the Bible that I used, they didn't have the word Apollyon. Even in Dick's Bible, he did not have Apollyon. So I went into a big Strong's Concordance about that thick, and I found Apollyon. In the book of the Revelation, chapter 9, verse 11 says, speaking of those locusts that stung men and they hurt, the Bible says, for 5 months. It says, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit. Can you imagine the bottomless pit having a king over it? They had a king over them. The bottomless pit with all the evil spirits that have even fell out of grace with the devil and placed there. They're going to be released, the Bible says. And they have a king over them who calls himself the angel of the bottomless pit. The devil's always a liar, you know. And his name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon. But in the Greek, his name is Apollyon. And I said, Lord, what does it mean? And he said, commercial television will damn this nation and damn the world. Says television has released three evil spirits upon the world. Number one, it has released a mocking spirit against God. For 25 years, television has mocked God. Ted Turner mocks God. There's a mocking spirit in the world, and God says that television has released the strength of this thing. In our society today, it's very popular to mock God. The atheists rule our country today, won't permit a Bible in our public schools. They ought to be in hell, and they will be in hell soon. The people that don't want prayers in the school are full of the devil and will live with the devil forever, whether you like it or not. An evil spirit has been released upon this country through television. It's where it has its great strength to our little children. And the first one, he said, was a mocking spirit. You've never heard me say this, and I have never heard anybody else in the world say it. Only last night, with these crude notes that you see right here, he gave it to me, and I wrote it down. The second spirit that has been released upon our country is the spirit of rock music. It has a spirit. If you're on cable in our area here, you have possibly 3 music channels. 3. Some of the most damnable movements you've ever heard in your life come from that. They're on the air 24 hours a day. When you're not in the house, your little children are standing on the floor dancing with demonic music. They play with the devil. They praise the devil. They talk to the devil. The king of the bottomless pit has released upon this nation the spirit of rock and roll to damn this country, to damn this nation. The third spirit that the Lord said that had been released upon this country, and said that the television had released it more than anyone else, is the spirit of the occult. Almost everything on television today says something regarding the occult in it, when 25 years ago they would not have dared to have done it. The king of the bottomless pit. I was rebuked. I haven't slept since midnight last night. When I had presumed that I would write a book calling the devil a scarecrow, and Apollyon spoke to me with angry words last night and says, I am Apollyon, and I am not a scarecrow. We read in the book of Revelation, if you need to know about Apollyon, that is in Revelation 9 and 11. We want to read a verse further. It's in the Revelation chapter 16, verse 13. I saw 3 unclean spirits come out of the mouth of the dragon, the beast, and the false prophet. The sins of the dragon, which is Satan himself, have always been the same. They're moral. Every moral impurity in the world comes from him. His deceiving of Eve was a moral situation.
Crazy, right? Now think, everything he just said is thus far. Look into the music. Look into the movies. Look into the TV sitcoms. Everything he said, correct. 1999, he was given this. I actually have a copy of it myself, audio, on one of these hard drives. He died preaching the word. Like after he got done preaching the word, he finished his sermons, and they found him, I think, on the steps or something like that, like in peace. He shook up America. Shook them up. So you can imagine, I was 17 years old, and how my pastor, you know, came to me, but look, Father been speaking to me about you. Me? Speaking to me about me. What you mean? And he's like, yes. He told me to give you an impartation. An impart what? Impartation. Do you know what impartation is? No, I don't. Impartation is when I lay hands on someone's like a blessing, like when in the Bible where Abraham would bless one of his children, or Jacob when he laid hands on his kids and blessed them, further blessing, like a father's blessing on them, how the father honors that. I was like, oh, he said like Elijah to Elijah to Elisha when he laid down his mantle. He said, if you see me when I go, then the mantle passes down to you. Like that. He said to do it to you. He said, come on up here. Came up. He says, now look, let me give you a little history behind this impartation. That this impartation goes all the way back to Abraham. The children of Israel. On down later on in the years, when things would go down, this would go over to Smith Wigglesworth, who was causing a lot of drama in Germany at his time. The only one causing drama. Like he would do great exploits or would be preaching the gospel, but he knew to them, uprising them, causing them to be pissed off, mad, ready to stone him. He said, but he became friends with young Lester Sumrall. And then he knew the time was going to come when he would not see Lester Sumrall no more. At the time when everything was going down for Germany, he's like, he imparted to his friend and said, look, as you have been with me, Father, or as you've been with me, you know, Lord, be with my friend Lester Sumrall. And he imparted onto Lester Sumrall what he had. And then Lester Sumrall went on and he came into America, or came into what he was doing, and began to start speaking to other people. He began to carry out the gospel, what he knew. And so I was like, okay, so I'm seeing the different paths of where this thing is coming from. He says, whatever they acquired back in the day, from Abraham on down to Smith Wigglesworth, on down to Lester Sumrall, then Lester Sumrall would lay hands on him and impart to him. He said, whatever is on him will now be all invested into me. He said, so it's not going to take you years to figure things out like it took us. Things are going to be like this with you. You just better understand some things. Have some things you could not understand in the Bible. You just be able, whoop, it'll just come to you. Whatever you was lacking will be given. Okay. He said, don't look for any bells and whistles. Just receive. And he laid his hands. laid his hands. That was it. Back to my seat. But when I got home, I began to start opening the Bible and start reading. Certain things that wasn't there the first time was there. I just had understanding. It was just, things just came quickly. It just snapped. Understanding of the scriptures. I just understood this. I knew what that meant. I knew what this meant. I knew what that meant. I just began to just understand some things. I became of a quick understanding. Sound familiar yet? Let me show you. Isaiah 11. And the spirit of Yah shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom, understand, the spirit of counsel and the might, and the spirit of knowledge and the fear of Yah, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of Yah. So now you know a little bit of history now behind what I have, and know that it did not come without a price. Many people have paved the way for what I have right now, just to get me or get it to me. But what I have, and when it was given to me, I would take it further than any of them ever took it before. Ever. In this whole entire world. And that's not a joke. Let's continue on. So, we're writing the vision, make it plain. So now you understand a little bit about where it comes from. We already look at Harold. We already look at Habakkuk. We're writing the vision, making it plain. There's some things that's taking place right now in the earth. I hear you, Father. Father's like, first take them to the red sun. Now, the Bible says there will be distress of nations as these things take place. I really wish this computer didn't act so stupid at times. I know why. I think why it's happening. But that is just so, man, I like this. This is just so beautiful. Like, wow. All right. No, we've been up here laughing, right? Was it on yesterday? I think it was on yesterday. I don't see it right now. Oh, there it is, right here. Yesterday. All right, here we go. This was yesterday. It's a sign. Something's about to happen. Or it's happening. Father told me to get out the car and start recording. Please take a moment to like the video, share it to your friends. Look how red that sun looks. I can't stand it.
In Mesa. That moon is so red. Oh my, I mean the sun is so red. It's red, like someone just colored it over with a red, or like, how can I explain it? It's like a, like that building over there. So it's like the building across the street. Like it's covered over with that kind of red on the sun. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon. Someone post that
And in the
scripture
stars.
with this video, please. I think it's Matthew 24. There will be signs in the sun and the moon in the last days. This red sun shows that we are in the last days. That means the mark of the beast is here, but so is salvation. We are in the last days. Time is winding up for the Gentile nation.
Hope y'all getting that.
Someone post that scripture. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon.
Fast forward just a little bit, watch.
But again, back into the world, no one notices anything. They just keep on driving down the street. No one knows. They look, the moon, the sun is red. Nope. So, well, I don't even see it. Nope, don't even see it. I'm going by my life, heading down the highway. All these more cars coming down. Oh, look, the sun is red. Oh, gotta get home. It's nothing new. It's just something, you know, spectacular for a little bit. Oh, gotta get home and gotta go home and eat. Meanwhile, in the back of Mesa, there is a freaking red sun. We don't even have this in Phoenix. It's like death being pronounced over Mesa. Something bad about to happen over here. People better wake up. Father is showing signs in the sun and in the moon. The cars again, Father's like, show the cars again. Just going past by like they're just oblivious. They don't know nothing. Just show the signs. Just show it. Show the cars just don't even know nothing. They just looking. Oh, I gotta get home. The kids. My mom, my dad. Oh my goodness. No one notices. Taking notice to what the Father wants people to take notice to. Here is a freaking red sun. Full red sun. and no one noticed it. They just, right, exactly. They wouldn't know nothing even if it hit them in the face. Death. Nope, don't believe in that. Back to the red sun that no one cares about. They're just driving on about their day. You gotta head home, buddy. Timmy is wanting to watch the cartoons. Look at it. It's turning red again, even redder. Look at that. I just walked away. It's turning red with this mist. Look, it's filling up with red. Wow, dude, this is crazy. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon. Are y'all getting this? This is powerful. Man, Father means what he said he gonna do. Look at that bad boy, it's filling up with red. Oh, my milk of magnesia. I'm so glad I'm able to catch this. It is filling up. Oh. Oh. It was piggish and hot and hazy all day over here. I noticed it earlier when we went out. Yes, it is filling up. Oh, my milk of magnesia. That whole sun is turning red right before our very own eyes. We are witnesses to the word of Yah. There was literally, clearly yellow. Now it is completely going pinkish or red. There will be signs in the sun. Wow, I had to get into the car. Wow, I had to get into the car. But y'all seen this like firsthand, baby. The word is true. I'm in the car now. I don't know if we can get it still here though. Where is it? Y'all see it, y'all witnessed it. Let me see if I can get it one more time real quick before we call it out. Let's go see. Let's see, All right. Look, it's red, completely red. It filled all the way up with red. All the way up with red. It filled completely up with red. You can see all the way at the top of it, it's red. We saw when it was yellow, now it's completely red. Now, Father said I can go ahead and get off now. Woo! I love it, man. Here it is, you heard it first time from one of the witnesses in the earth. The Father said he's gonna do it. He said he's gonna set us free, and that's what he means. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And we about to end up going back into the land. And all my brothers and sisters need to come and meet me down in Gambia. Because it says the king is going to enlarge the space of Gad. There's a troop that rises from Gad and takes over all of Africa. And eventually, the slave owners are going to come and meet their slaves. And we're going to whoop their ass. Point blank simple. But people don't believe that. But we're going to show them. It is what it is. All right, family. I love this. There's nothing that anyone can tell you now. You done seen the word come true right before your face. There will be signs in the sun and in the moon. And you saw the whole sun go red on screen. All right, baby. Y'all have a good one. Siami family. Salute. King out.
Now, there was one lady on there who said that was because of the smoke. That was yesterday. Well, it's because of the smoke. No, baby, that's because of the smoke. So if I was like, oh, because of the smoke, let's see if we can bring some more smoke today. So we did another video today with old boy, you know what I'm saying, Charles here. Got another video today. We're gonna play that one. It's gonna be the same as that thing. And I want to know where the smoke at this time. Because you're gonna see the smoke in the comments right here. Say she's gonna say something because of smoke. So we're gonna bring out the smoke comments. Yeah. People just don't want to believe what the words say. They just want to believe, you know what I'm saying, because of other situations. You know what I'm saying? Here it is. Smoke because of the fire. See? But what about the color change? Did the fire reach the sun? What she said on that one. She says, I said, could this smoke somehow be used now to deviate the truth? The sun was red, period. No smoke is going to do that. The word says there will be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, pretty much. She said, no, baby, the smoke changes the color of the sun. I live in New Mexico. The smoke from Arizona and fires here in New Mexico making the sun pink happens every time there's fires. And then I said, and then she said the plumes of smoke rise in the upper atmosphere. The smoke filters out shorter wavelengths of light, leaving mostly red and orange wavelengths to shine through. The sun is also dimmer because the smoke scatters the light. And I was like, and there shall be signs in the suns, the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth the stress of nations. So when this stuff goes on, there's stress of nations taking place. Where perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. There is something. Now, watch it says like Luke 21:25. Notice it doesn't say what method will be used for the signs displayed in the sun or moon. It just says there will be signs. The word still wins. Now, we are going to go find my video from today that was done. And we're going to see what fires or smoke did that, right? Since people most likely just don't, the word just don't have value in its own. Nope. It's never just valuable in its own. It's always need, you know, something else. It can't be because the Father said it. Nope. Can't be that. That'd be just too easy to believe. It's got to be something else. So, let's go find that. Was that on Truth Colors on David King? I think it was probably on David King, right? Oh, it could have been on David King because I was sharing it. It was on Yahoo. And it's maybe. Yep, here it is. That's the first one. Here it is, right here. Here it is, 4 hours ago. So that's today.
You know, it's not usual for you to look directly into the sun.
Right, into it. You can't really normally look into stuff like that. Let me see. Alright, there it is. It says I'm live right now too.
Why your lives not going on to YouTube nowadays?
Oh, because like this is not connected to YouTube. This is on my phone.
I'm saying all the lives that you've been doing of late, nothing is going to YouTube.
Oh yeah, because like I was in jail.
So if you're in jail, it doesn't go to YouTube?
Yeah, if you're in jail, they won't make it post like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh really?
Yeah, I've been in jail.
The king is in jail.
Yeah, I've been locked up. Locked
Yeah.
up for exposing
The
a
king is
whole
locked up
bunch of
virtually.
stuff. Yeah, I've been locked up. Yeah, they had me locked up, Red. I'm like, I've been locked up, family. Alright. I think we should input one in Truth Colors. And let's go. Let's see. Oh yes, I already posted the Truth Colors. Alright. Siami family. Guess what we got with me?
Yeah.
He's here to keep the savage, yo. Hey, look at this. This is crazy, man. We was just driving to go get something to eat and stuff like that, cause you know, like we hungry. And then look, that's not normal, man. That is not normal. Not normal at all. Even Charles was saying, like, he said, man, that's not normal for the sun to be looking like that. Like the whole, like everything is like an amber color. Like it's just, what is going on? There is no smoke, there's no nothing, huh?
You can look directly into the sun with your bare eyes.
Like you can look directly into the sun with your bare eyes and it don't hurt. Like, look, I'm looking directly into the sun. There is nothing hurting, right? That's not normal at all. Usually when the sun sets, it's set, but that sun is not setting. Look. Bro, what in the world is happening? Man, we need to repent, everybody. Like, I'm just saying. Everybody need to repent. Man, this is not normal. Something's happening. Like, all right, watch this. So the same day, yesterday, when we was posting about how it was a red sun and everything like that, do you know that Russia had an explosion? So the same day, so it said like, when it says like, there's be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, whatnot, and the perplexity or distress of nations. Right now in Arizona, what time is it?
6:49.
6:49. That sun is not setting. And even when the sun is setting, you still can't look up into the sky of it. You can't look at it. But that is literally like, look at the rest of the cloud. Look at the clouds. Look over here. Whole little mist going on over here. Mist right here. Mist right here. Everything is misty, boy. It's like a whole like amber sky. Look over here. Nothing. Nothing. A little bit like it's like almost like something is surrounding though. Look, it's the same colors. Surrounding. Truth colors, baby. Truth colors. We got the colors here in Arizona. That is powerful. This is wow. Man, I was trying to give me some chicken. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Some chicken, some biscuits with some honey and some butter, something to drink. Get ready to go do this live, you know. But this is crazy. There's a whole yellow outline around the sun, and the whole sky around it is yellow. Today is Uncle Kenny's born day. Look at that, man. It's almost look like a phoenix in a sense, like something like how like a phoenix bird, how it be coming, and you have that little power that comes off of it, and it gets that, you know, power in emanating off of it. Just that's what it looks like, a whole phoenix. Wow, dog, this is crazy. Right. My point exactly. Look at me. I'm looking directly in the sun. I'm right here, Brett. Burn my eyes out. I'm right here. None, right? Dude, something is about to happen. It must be more people taking that vaccination. Father is separating people from him, from his people, and other people. I'm telling you now, don't take that vaccination. If you get that vaccination, you are taking a straight up assassination, lethal assassination right now. That is beautiful, but scary at the same damn time. Just beautiful and scary. Beautifully scary. Scary beautiful. Like the whole area of my phone, I could see it just filled up with that red mist. Wow. This is bonkers. Scary tree. Scary beautiful. How'd I look, scary beautiful? That's what you look like. You look scary beautiful. I want to touch you with a 10-inch pole. No, 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 no. Oh, it's scary though. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous, but gorgeous and scary at the same time. It's like it's scary beautiful. Woo! Man, y'all can see the sun. You can't really see the sunshine on my face. Can't even see it. But it's right there shining. You can see it. I mean, it is. What is going on? What is happening? Right. Should we have any concern? That is such a good, like, it's literally, it's got to be a meaning behind it. So everyone knows I'm supposed to be leaving, right? So I'm supposed to be leaving around September 27th. Literally Passover is October 1st. All this stuff is taking place all right now within this certain time frame. Everything. We're gonna look at some scriptures tonight to show forth and bring like some clarity to some people. I'm talking about straight clarity, using nothing but the word. Like, it's gonna be scary deep, but you can be like, wow. When you hear it, you can be like, man, that makes so much sense. It's scary as I don't know what, but it makes sense. It said the sun here will blast those eyeballs out. It looks like the sun moved closer to the earth. It does, don't it? Even though Atata is in control. Exactly. Everything. This is Arizona, man. And this is not normal. That sun will literally burn you. It don't ever be this nice. In fact, when I got here, which was July 31st, 2010, I'm actually 2008, I was ready to go home. I was going right back to Kentucky. My sister, she was driving past, she said, oh, we get the mail tonight. I said, why we gotta wait tonight? Yeah, we gotta go drive to get it. For what? Y'all legs don't work? She said, no one around here go walk and get their mail. I was like, man, y'all lazy like that. Man, I was like, where the mailbags at? She was like around the corner around over there. I was like, okay, cool, I'll go get it. Man, I stepped outside, started walking. As soon as I stepped outside, I felt like the sun had whips and was beating me like a Hebrew slave. I was up there like I lost all strength. Every single strength in my legs, it just gave up. I was like, look, I turned back around and went right back in the house. I said, I see why y'all drive to go get y'all mailbox. But I was like, any place where it's too hot for me to go get the mail is too hot for me. I told the Father, get me up out of here. I'm still here. Still here. I'm being released in September. Oh my goodness. I have served my sentence. I'll be out of here in September. 2021. Like, I've served 11 years here. My bad. No, it's like 12 years. I served like 12 years here. Yeah. Hold on, you said what? Say it again. Hold on. Say it again. Oh, wow. They're literally offering cash now for the vaccinations.
If you get vaccinated, they give you mucho money.
Well, to go towards your funeral, right? I got something on it. I can't pay for my funeral, but I can put something on it. That's crazy. Wow, in Mexico, man, they are trying to force everybody to get this vaccination. You know the
other half of that. It's right here.
See what I mean?
cash for vax. Wow, hold on, let me see that. Cash for vaccine or get your shots. Wow. They are trying to boost this shot. Tag team back again. Red sun. Yeah, this time it's colder heat. We got cold air this time. Yeah. That is powerful, dog. It's the second day of it being red, like pinkish. And ain't no smoke this time. Second day. Man, that sun look like a whole red lantern up in this mud. Just whole red lantern. This is crazy.
You're lying?
Yeah.
See, it's changing red. It's going to red completely.
Exactly. There it is with that red mist again.
Wow.
You see it around there? Look, the whole
Now
thing is
it's
like, it's a
red.
red, like completely red.
Now it's red.
Completely red. Say it again. What
Now
you see
it's
over here?
red.
What do you see? A complete red sun, right?
Yeah, now it's red. It's not even yellow the way it was.
Look, he over here taking a picture of it too. Look.
Yeah, it's
Like, this is amazing, yo. Like, wow, look at it from a distance. Yeah, look, hold on. Look, right there.
You're saying was yellow is now red.
Wow, exactly. That's power. Look at the redness around it. You said, I wonder how many people died yesterday. I wonder how many people died yesterday, too. That is not good. People are dying at this time. Like, it said perplexed. Hey, find out for me. There will be signs in the sun and the moon and the stars, and then at this time it'll be distress of nations, which will be, I think, Luke 21 or something like that. Doshin Kusabi, my king, uncle and king, Siami family. This is powerful. Like, yeah, it's scary, isn't it? You find it? This is biblical. This is the Bible, like, right before our face, man. And everybody's going on about their business, like, do. I gotta get the car. I gotta get the target. Let's get the target.
It's Luke 21.
Yep. Here we go. Let's go ahead and look at it. All right. So we're gonna look at this scripture real quick. There will be signs in the sun, moon, and stars. On earth, nations will be in anguish and perplexity at the roaring and tossing of the sea. So some things is going on right now. All right, pull up Russia. Explosion in Russia, which was yesterday. It was an explosion, yes. So there's another distress of nations right now. Yeah, they're tossing the sea. Mm-hmm.
Взрыв, а здесь жарко.
Это вот такое здесь творится сейчас. Там все полыхает. Цистерна прилетела оттуда, автомобильная, ударилась вот в землю, ударилась от земли, отрикошетила, полетела, снесла вот этот вот рекламный щит. Мы стояли рядом, остановились как раз, и на нас это упало, и упала она туда. Вот такие тут дела.
Все живы?
Я вот в этой машине сидел. А?
В какой?
Это моя машина. Эта бочка сначала ударилась она подлетела, кувыркалась, ударилась вниз по земле.
Ну.
Потом полетела на нас.
Сейчас еще что-то летит.
Мне вот эту вот конструкцию на машину, она отрикошетила. Она перелетела через нас. Только за счет этой конструкции, что машину замела. И мы остались.
В рубашке повезло.
Да, сегодня день рождения у нас. Вот такая история. Заправка взорвалась.
Do you like eating?
Да ну на.
June 11th.
Whoa.
Remember, the tossing of the waves.
बेटा कितना पानी भरा है? पूरा मैं नीचे ऐसा खड़ा हूँ, पैर से खड़ा हूँ. पैर पे खड़ा ऐसा खड़े ले.
There'll be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, the distress of nations, and the tossing of the waves.
I've never felt so close to the possibility of disclosure. The Nephilim, the giants, you can't make up that kind of stuff.
ये बैंड्रा लिंक रोड KFC फुल पानी भरा हुआ
Wow.
Hello, this is Stephen Arthur Sweet from Lunar 101. It's June 10th, and the eclipse is about to start.
Wow. There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. The stress of nations and waters. Signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars. And the stress of nations. And the roaring of the seas.
This is Adriana and her family, and this is her first month selling on Amazon. $5,572 in 30 days. Pretty good, right? Fast forward 2 months later, $22,000 in 30 days for Adriana. She's
אבל שתדעי, קודם רואים את האוטו שלך, עכשיו רואים אותה. העץ נפל.
כי אני אצא החוצה. טוב.
לא הבנתי למה היא הלכה אבל.
לפתוח את המחסומים ולחזור, אבל כמה זמן לפתוח מחסומים? יש לה את זה גם לפתוח.
זה הרבה שיש בעיה במחסומים, אתם רוצים שגמרו אותה.
צריך גם לפתוח את המחסומים הדרומי, להשאיר את זה פתוח.
תגיעו למשוך את החבלים, לאט לאט. תשלח לפה עוד מישהו, עדי, תשלח לפה עוד מישהו שלנו.
哎呀，敲动了，来帮忙搞一下。有人啊！哎呀，打110，打110，打110，我靠！封一下，封一下。我的妈！你吧。
8 foot deep in water, and I'm looking now into a 30 to 40 foot hole, probably 100 stuck down into a hole in the ground yet again. Where I'm standing now used to be 8 foot deep in water, and I'm looking now into a 30 to 40 foot hole, probably 150 feet across, and the water's just flowing into it from both sides and disappearing.
भयंकर 1 2 टूट गया 1 2 3 4 5 6 वाओ लाइव है ये लाइव लाइव टूट गया देखिए कितना भयंकर बाप रे बाप इतना भयंकर बारिश आता है तो क्या नहीं टूटेगा
On June 16th,
Take the gun. I'm not doing guns right now.
I'm not doing guns.
Don't sound like that.
welcome to the family.
What time to have a baby?
Aparentemente lo que nos comenta aquí personal de protección civil es que la red de drenaje colapsó y ocasionó el hundimiento del pavimento.
Se forma lo que es un socavón. Mire, es bastante pues grande por este bulevar.
Justo aquí en el cruce de lo que es Paseo Irapuato y Avenida de la Reforma, donde pues como ustedes pueden apreciar se abrió un socavón aquí justo a unos metros de la vía del tren.
La Junta de Agua Potable y Alcantarillado del municipio de Irapuato atiende en este momento la formación de un socavón de grandes dimensiones.
Está oscuro allá abajo, es de una profundidad aproximada de 5 metros.
पागल ही चुड़ैल है बेलो पागल की तो है बे आगे थोड़ा चल 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 वे चल ना कुछ होता है रिकॉर्ड करके नहीं रिकॉर्ड
Hey, so check it out. This is a emergency sleeping bag. These things normally cost $30, and during the wintertime, people pay full price for them all day long. But because it is the summer, or it's about to be the summer, Patriot Wholesale Club has way too many of these sitting inside of their warehouse, and they need to get rid of them.
Muy buenos días, me encuentro en la calle de José María Pino Suárez y Jiménez Sur, de la colonia Adolfo López Mateos.
know. This is a long one.
Miren.
Ahí está. Ahí se va el cachote. Ya se detuvo, cachito. No, se va a caer, ahí va. Ahí va.
En medio, güey, como borborea, güey. Vamos a irnos bajando de acá
porque ya estamos teniendo playa en Zacatepec. Se está poniendo fea la cosa.
So these are signs. Every single last one. Notice they've been happening since we started what, May 31st or May 30th, 31st, all the way up to now. The earth is quaking, causing sinkholes in various places all around the world. Period. Now what's happening? Could the Father be shifting things, putting things back where they're supposed to be? Because the earth, there are certain scriptures where the Father says that He is going to make the mountains low and every valley high. You can't do that without causing an earthquake. So that means the earth, the eclipses, the signs in the sun and moon and the stars is an alarm clock letting you know earthquakes, sinkholes, and the distress of nations and the tossing of the seas are happening or about to happen. That's what they mean. Oh, there's an earthquake or there's an eclipse. All right, be looking out for earthquake, be looking out for distress of the nations, be looking out. These are all signals. When you see a sign in the sun or the moon or the stars, one of the two is happening. Distress of nations or all the above is happening. Distress of nations, and the tossing of the seas, earthquakes, All these things are all taking place. He said it will be earthquake in diverse places. Meaning what? In order for the mountains to become low, all of the earth has to be shaken up. All of it to fully turn. So I believe there are going to be many more earthquakes from here all the way until October. I wouldn't be surprised if there's an earthquake every day. More sinkholes, more signs in the sun, more stars, more signs in the sun, the moon, the stars, and everything. The stress of nations. Get ready for it. Prepare yourself for it. May Father bless those who are not living in Mexico right now, or in the places where the Father is attacking, or have to turn to get his point across, or to get his plan in action. But we're about to look at and see what is on the rise. What is the sun signaling? What is the signs in the moon, the stars, the stress of nations? What is it bringing about? Let's go look. Remember, the word says, lean not to your own understanding. So we ain't got to lean to our own understanding in anything, right? Let's go. We're going to look at a couple of things. We're going to look at Habakkuk. We're going to look at Genesis 49, right? Not all of it yet, but we're just going to look at it. All right. Now let me look at y'all real quick. We're going to bring some things out that most people may not know. But we're going to do it with precision, and we're going to do it by the Spirit. When Jacob, or Jacob, gave his blessings to his sons, the Father honored every word. Every word. The Father knew that they would try to remove us from our lands. So they wrote in our habitation inside the scriptures. They put it in as blessings. The Father had him say it as a blessing. We're going to finish the rest of my tape real quick off of Facebook, and we're going to dig right into this.
India and wherever the big
Oh, see what he
waves.
said? He says big waves going on right now. See what I'm saying?
In India, and I saw some video in India and somewhere else around about there. There are big waves, and there's flood and sinkholes.
I was seeing that too, yeah. So we that was today. That was actually, that was today. Yeah, that was. They posted it up. They posted it. So it was yesterday, and they posted something today. So it's like when there's like a red sun or a moon or some kind of sign in the stars or the skies or the sun or the moon, that there is distress of nations somewhere. Like something is going on like around the world. That's how we know some things is taking place around the world. Look, it's filling up with red again. Look. You see it's filling up with red. It was all orange. It was like, you can see like a little yellow. Now it's filling up with red. Look at that. It's like someone just put a Pokemon ball up in the sky. Something like that. This is crazy, like a disco ball, like a red disco ball.
Wow.
This is crazy. Hey, we need to upload this to YouTube. We need to upload this to YouTube. This is crazy. I didn't upload my yesterday video, my last video, but I need to upload this video. This is crazy, dog. And it's like the sun is disappearing at the same time. It is literally changed into a whole nother red ball right before our eyes again. And it's like it's doing a disappearing trick too at the same time. Dude, time is winding up. The end of the Gentile nations is the end of their rule, the end of their reign is over.
Yep.
Because understand, watch this. We're gonna talk about that today. Because Gad, my soldiers, is in Gambia. And they tearing up the power that's over there first in Gambia. And then we move all throughout the rest of Africa and take over. And I'm gonna show it by scripture. Let's go. Look how red it is from a distance. And then zoom up on it. Look how red it is. Look how pinkish. Look. Look, it's disappearing. It's like fading into the, it's fading. It's a whole nother color again. Man, that is powerful, dog. This is scary. I mean, I hope people know who the Father is. That bad boy is red. Like he is mad red. You know how it was, what was the iRobot? When it was first like green or blue, whatever, and then when they went bad, they turn them, they turn red. That's exactly how the sun is turning. Red, like you done effed up. You know you done effed up, right? You know you done messed up. All y'all done took the vaccination, you know you done messed up, right? All those who got infected with the vaccination, because it's not the vaccination is an infection. It's not medicine, it's an infection. If we gotta put any of the small disease inside of the vaccination, then you have been successfully infected. This is powerful and crazy at the same time. Share this video. Share it on your mama's screen. Share it on your dad. Share it to your children's page. Share it to your uncle. Like, wouldn't it be something if we get a third? Exactly, like tomorrow. Like someone said, wouldn't it be power? It would be something if we get another one tomorrow. Exactly. You know what? I'm gonna be out tomorrow. Each time I come out, I be hungry. You know what I'm saying? So I guess around this time I get hungry again, I might see it. That will be powerful though if we get a whole nother one tomorrow. This is happening like close around the time when it's about to be our Sabbath, yo. In a couple of days it'll be what, Juneteenth? But Juneteenth is gonna be like actually 2 days before Juneteenth. Because their timeline is off by like 2 days right now. So the 19th will be actually 2 days before June 19th. So instead of 19, 18, it'll be the 17th. Or heck, maybe even today, who knows? They stuff be off. That thing is, look at it, it's so pink now. Look at it, bro. Wow. You see it? Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on.
People should see that.
Yeah, it's right. They don't, it's nothing, bro. It's nothing to them. It's nothing to them. That's what I'm saying. I can see what the Bible be talking about, how they saying like, look, things is just gonna be taking place all over the world. Like, biblical things that people just be going on like, oh, I gotta get to the mall. I need some gas. See, something like, oh, the sun never does that. Well, are we almost done out there? Okay, I think we got a full tank. Let's go. It's gonna be none of them. It's gonna be nothing to them.
Let me take a
It's right there. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. Like, I gotta get out and get this right here. Look at that. And it moved. It's descending now. That is a full freaking red sun. Completely red. What? 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 Man, some nation is getting their butt whooped today. I don't know what's going on, but somebody getting whooped. I wouldn't want to be the one who the father's mad at right now. I wouldn't want to be that nation. Can you imagine when America's going to get their butt whooped, what the sun's going to look like on that day? Probably look the same thing. It'd probably be bloodshot red on that day. Like, look, this is the day you getting your butt whooped. Because this seems to take place when people are getting their butt whooped. Wow. Take pictures, y'all. Take pictures. Share it to your mama. Send it to your daddy. Let them know the world is ending. Like, look, Mom. I know you think America's gonna be here forever, but things is happening. Woo, I felt the heat. Opposite of the air that's in my car. Oh my goodness. Wow, dude. Where's the news at when you need them? They don't care about nothing like this. They care about someone being shot. Like, you know what? Siami. You know what? We're going to stop asking one another, is the Most High with us? The Bible says that where two or three are gathered together with, amongst us, that he's there in the midst. To say Siami, and there's two or three of us gathered together in the midst, it's like making a mockery of it. We ain't going to do that. We're going to say, for Father, restore our peace, like Kusabi, Shalom, something, you know. Is the Most High among you? Yes, because if you're coming together in his name, then he's there. If two or three are gathered together in his name, there he is in the midst. So to say Siemi is like almost like use, yeah, it's not really. We're going to say Shalom or Kusabi. Yep, exactly. There we go. We're going to be different. Everybody else is saying Siemi. We're going to say Kusabi. We're going to say Siemi. I mean, we're going to say Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Kusabi or Shalom, which means we want the restoration of our peace. That's what we want. We're not going to greet each other with Siemi. No, we're not doing that no more. Especially since the Ark of the Covenant is supposed to be David. So, like to say, Siami, like, yeah, I'm here. Like, you know what I'm saying? The Father's here right now because, yeah, he's on the inside. The witness is here. Wow, look at the bottom of it. It's all red now. Everything is red. That is, yeah, let me go back inside because my phone might be saying I'm gonna cut off on you again, cause that sun is red. I get pissed off. Start playing peekaboo with the trees. We're gonna go get some chicken now. All right, so that was good. The king is still hungry, and KFC is still open. And I got a couple of minutes to get my food. Yep. And if they got a couple of times for them to get it wrong, yeah, about 40 minutes before, you know, tonight's lesson. And we have a special guest, none other than, what's your name, bro?
Charles.
Where you from?
Kenya.
I mean, how long you been in the States, man?
Now I'm going to the 7th year.
The 7th year? So you grew up in Kenya then, right?
Yeah, I grew up in
So
Kenya.
you have a first eye account of everything that took place in Kenya then, right?
I do.
Wow. So no one can tell you anything about Kenya because you grew up there, right?
I know Kenya inside out.
So you know about what about different prophecies that were said in Kenya? You know about them too?
Some of them.
Was there any prophecies said about Arizona when you was younger, or anything in the book or something?
No, that one I read in the books. I read in one of the books when I used to, you know, like look for the truth, searching for the truth. There's a story I read with the Hopi people that live in Arizona. They used to say that their savior will come out of Arizona one of the days, one of the days in the future. A savior will come out from Arizona.
You said a savior will come out of Arizona.
Yeah, that's what they hope.
Wow.
Even if you meet any of them and ask them, they'll tell you that.
Wow.
Without a doubt. And
wow.
I'm seeing it happening. The question that I keep asking myself is, those Hopi people, are they Africans or black Africans or Indians or whatever? I don't know. Because, you know, we're just reading books and stuff like that. So we don't exactly know who the people are. Yeah.
Wow.
It is what it is.
But they
and
said that the...
And we are seeing the king is coming out of Arizona. So it's coming out to be true. Those who don't believe you, like the sun, who had noticed that the sun is turning red?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
People are just walking around minding their own business like it's a normal day. You gotta do your stuff and go back home, eat some food, get some sleep, wake up to a new day. But the sun is turning red just in front of our eyes. Nobody's seeing.
No one even care. They don't even think about it. It's the last on their list. They're too busy trying to figure out what Kardashian gonna wear tonight. What she gonna wear tonight? What is Kardashian gonna wear tonight? She got a lambskin car now. Bah. You know what I'm saying? Like she been led to the slaughter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Bah. Everybody getting the vaccinations like sheep being led to the slaughter. Oh my goodness. Alright. You know what it is. Salute. King out. I'm gonna go get me something to eat because, man, I'm hungry. What you gonna drink?
Anything. We don't drink anything. Today is a happy day for us.
Today is a happy day. We're gonna get some buzz balls, get some wine or something like that. Maybe some Crown Royal or something. I don't know. Alright, y'all, we go. Alright, we're gonna be drinking tonight on a on a live, so just let y'all know that, alright? And we might play a movie or something. Alright, y'all have a good one. King out. You wanna say something?
Nah, I'm good.
Alright. All right. Now let's get to the goodies. This right here is a starting point. A starting point of what you say. But let's see. It is a message. Makes sense. All right. So we're going to be using between Genesis 49, and we're going to look in over here in Deuteronomy chapter 33. Right? We're going to look at a couple of things before we get up out of here, because this is about to take place. Right? Okay, let me turn this up just a little bit so you can hear me a little bit quick. All right. The majesty of Yah, or El Shaddai. And this is the blessing wherewith Moses, the man of El Shaddai, blessed the children of Yisrael, or the chosen elect, before his death. And he said, El Shaddai came from Sinai and rose up from Seir. Unto them he shined forth from Mount Paran, and he came with 10,000s of saints. 10,000s of saints. From his right hand went a fiery law for them. Yea, he loved the people. All his saints are in his hand, and they sat down at his feet. Everyone shall receive of his words. Moses commanded us a law, even the inheritance of the congregation of Ucoba. And watch this. And he was king in Yeshurun, when the heads of the people and the tribes of Yisrael were gathered together. So wait a minute, hold up. So Moses was not only just the lawgiver or the leader. Moses was king. And it just said it. That's the part that most people want to hide from. So the one who led them out of captivity, which was Egypt, was a king. So let me ask the question. Does the Father change, or does he change not? Because if Moses was the youngest of Aaron and of Miriam, and he was king, that's the first Egypt. Moses said that the Father will raise unto you one like unto me in your days, right? So if we're in Egypt again, and Moses was in Egypt last time, and Father raised him up to be a king over his people, to lead them out of Egypt. If America is Egypt all over again, speaking from Deuteronomy chapter 28, I tell you, I would take you back into Egypt by way of ships. And we all know we came over here through slave ships. Then the Father's going to raise up a king from amongst us to deliver us to his will. The blessings of the 12 tribes. Let Reuben live and not die, and let not his men be few. Watch this. And this is the blessing of Judah. And he said, hear El Shaddai, the voice of Judah, and bring him unto his people. Let his hands be sufficient for him. Meaning what? He will make a living with his hands. So by the work of his hands, he will make a living. By the work of his hands, he will make a living. by the works of his hands. I just don't know. That's too much to grab right there. Let me get another one. I had a little mini. They're all hidden by the works of his hands. So like music, making creams, you know, by the works of his hands, he will make a living. So it's telling you how he's gonna make a living. He's gonna be creative, right? By the works of his hands, making beats, you know, making creams, hands on. He's gonna make a living that way. Let me show you another one. Let's make it simple, even that much more. By the works of his hands. By the Bantu made, by the works of his hands. By the works of his hands. All right, it's time to get that. All right. So by the works of his hands, let his hands be sufficient for him, and be thou a help to him from his enemies. And of Levi he said, let the Thummim and Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove at Massah, and with whom thou didst strive at the waters of Meribah, who said unto his father and to his mother, I have not seen him, neither did he acknowledge his brethren, nor knew his own children, for they have observed thy word and kept thy covenant. They shall teach Ukoba thy judgments, and Yisolele thy law. They shall put incense before thee and whole burnt sacrifice upon thy altar. Bless El Shaddai his substance, and accept the work of his hands. Smite through the loins of them that rise against him, and of them that hate him, that they rise not again. Now, and of Benjamin he said, the beloved of El Shaddai shall dwell in safety by him, and El Shaddai shall cover him all the day long, and he shall dwell between his shoulders. They're talking about locations. Now watch this. And of Joseph he said, bless of El Shaddai be his land for the precious things of heaven, for the dew and for the deep that couches beneath, and for the precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things put forth by the moon. They're telling you exactly what is his land, his portion. So even though they done literally took portions from people's stuff, it's telling you how each person's portion reacts. Listen to the basis of the words. Listen to what he's saying about the sun, how the moon acts towards their land, how the sun acts towards their lands. They're telling you exactly where their land is at. And for the precious fruits, precious, valuable fruits, probably healthy fruits, fruits that heal you, precious fruits brought forth by the sun, and for the precious things, not fruits, but something that the moon produces, that's things, and for the precious things put forth by the moon. So this place has precious things that is created by the moon. So what we would need to do is what? Look up certain places in Africa where the moon produces certain things. It's not fruit, but it's something that the moon produces in the land. So it'll be like, the moon produces what in Africa? And whatever area that this falls on would be the area of Joseph. This would be his end right here. This would be his stuff. And for the chief things of, watch this, of the ancient mountains, ancient pathways, and for the precious things of the lasting hills. See how they show a homeland? Watch this. And for the precious things of the earth, and fullness thereof, and for the goodwill of him that dwelleth in the bush, let the blessing come upon the head of Joseph, and upon the top of the head of him that was separated from his brethren. His glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and his horns are like the horns of unicorns. With them he shall push the people together to the ends of the earth, and they are the tens of thousands of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. Okay, just by that alone, when it says something about the horns, I believe Joseph's land is actually Somalia. Like Manasseh, all that. I think his land is Somalia. So you look at Somalia, Somalia has that horn. So it's ancient mountains over there. All right. So his glory is like the firstling of his bullock, and his horns, the horn of Yah, or the horn of Africa, are like the horns of unicorns. Literally, that horn looks like a horn of a unicorn, a rhinoceros, which would mean like Mapangaway. Horn. Horn. So Joseph's land will be like in here. Horn. Joseph's horn would be somewhere up in here. Look at that horn. Horn like a unicorn. You know, unicorn is what? A rhinoceros. Horn like a rhinoceros. Joseph. Right in here. All right, let's go. And they are the tens thousands of Ephraim, and they are the thousands of Manasseh. So that'll be what? Somalia, Ethiopia, all that, you know what I'm saying? All that just all mixing together in one. And of Zebulun, he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents. Now, this right here is like, in a sense, a no-brainer. But we're about to show the real identification of who Zebulun is. Are y'all ready for this one? Now, this is going to probably tip some heads. People be like, no. Say what? Yes, buddy. Zebulun is nothing but this. Zulu Nation. This is Zebulun. Zulu. Now, let's write it in. Let's write out Zebulun. Z-E-B-U-L-U-N. Zebulun and Naphtali, right? Okay. Or Issachar, right? Here, look. Z, they just took out the E, took out the B, left the U, left the L, U. Move the N over to make nation. Zulu, nation, Zebulun. Zebulun is Zulu. Zulu is Zebulun. Now, let's go to work. Let's prove it even further. Z-U-L-U, Zulu. And of Zebulun, he said, rejoice, Zebulun, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents. They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seeds. Now, That would be Swaziland. Swaziland, who come from what? They say they come from the reeds. They said the Zulus come from the reeds, which will be from the seas. What's good? Talk to me. They're coming directly from the seas, which ties in perfectly when the Father says, I will spew you out of my mouth. Where into? The seas. Swaziland, Africa. There we go. Look where he at. Right there with the seas. Right there with the seas. What's good? Eswatini, right there with the seas. Right there with the seas. Right there with the seas. Right there with the seeds. For they shall suck of the abundance of the seeds and of the treasures hid in the sand. Treasures hidden in the sand. Abundance of the seeds. Zambulon is Zulu. Let's go. And of Gad, this is where we at. This is what's happening next. And of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. Let's go look at Gad. Which is Gambia. Now it says Gambia. Look at this. Look what it says. Gambia is a small West African country bounded by Senegal with a narrow Atlantic coastline. What did the word say? And of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. Let's look what the word enlargeth means. It means to increase. It just said that Gad was small. So right now, the prophecy is right there on point. To enlarge means to make bigger. To make or become bigger or more extensive. Enlarge.
Enlarge.
The word said that Gad would be small. And of Gad, he said, blessed be he that enlargeth Gad. He dwelleth as a lion. Now watch this. This is the powerful part. And teareth the arm with the crown of the head. What did this just say? It said that Gad will be with the king. It says that Gad will tear the arms with the crown of the head. Meaning what? If you're tearing off the arms, that means you're removing a power. You're removing authority. You are overcoming. But who is Gad's head? The king. The Lion of the tribe of Judah. And how do we know that he says, blessed is he which is what? The king who enlarges Gad. Now, how do we know this is the starting point? What is the signal that this right here is the starting point? If you take a look back there, there's a man with his hands raised like this. There is no place on earth or in Africa that has this symbol. There's only one place. So it's like one who has this image, it's like it's telling this person, this is your starting point. Let's go look at that. Here's the hands raised. Here's the hands raised. This is in Gambia. Here's your starting point. And look what it says. Never again. Meaning what? There's soldiers here. This is Gad. Gad that overcomes with a troop. Now watch this. He dwelleth as a lion and terroreth the arm with the crown of the head. So Gad will be with the crown of the head, which is the king. Watch this. And he provided the first part for himself because they're in a portion of the lawgiver. Now let's go find that in scripture. Genesis 49. Judah, thou art he whom thy brothers shall praise. Thy brethren shall praise. Who? Gad. Judah, thou art he whom Gad shall praise. Your hand shall be in the neck of thy enemies. Deuteronomy, he dwelleth as a lion and teareth the arm along with the king. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down, he crouches as a lion, and as an old lion, who shall rouse him up? The scepter shall not depart from Judah, nor a lawgiver from between his feet, until the king comes. And unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Lawgiver. In a portion of the lawgiver, Judah, was he seated, and he came with the heads of the people. He executed the justice of Yah and his judgment with Yisolele. This is the king, and with his troops, his soldiers. And of Dan, he said, Dan is a lion's whelp. He shall leave from Bashan. What? He's going to come in and join in with Gad. And of Naphtali, he said, or Naphtali, satisfied with favor and full with the blessings of Yah, possess thou the west and the south. And of Asher, he said, let Asher be blessed with the children. Let him be acceptable to his brother. Let him dip his foot in oil. So Asher's land is going to have what? Oil. So they're telling you exactly where each person's land is. But this is where we are at. The part with Gad. The part right here. Gambia is the starting point for the soldiers. We enlarge our territory from Gambia, period. This is X marked the spot, the beginning point of everything, the beginning point of the prophecy that ends the Gentile nation. It's the beginning point that's begin to tear down the powers that be all around the world. It's the beginning point that's going to cause the nations to rally down to us in the valley of Jehoshaphat. It's the beginning point of the end of the reign of the Gentiles. Period. It's the beginning point. So the stars, the sun, and the moon are showing signs and different distress of nations, sinkholes, earthquakes, all are signing off a pivotal point in life right now that the Bible has been detailing and speaking about for years to come is now here. Period. Now, Dan is not bad. Look what it says. So I told you, Zebulun shall dwell at the haven of the sea, and he shall be for a haven of ships, and his border shall be unto Zidon. Meaning what? Close by Zidon. What's Swaziland again? By the land of the sea. Swaziland, Africa, sea haven. The valley of heaven. Wow. The valley of heaven. This is Zebulun, right here. Swaziland is Zebulun. They're right there by the seas. I love it. I love it. All right, Genesis. All right, now watch. Look at this. All right. Dan shall judge his people as one of the tribes of Yisrael. Dan shall be a serpent, wise as serpent. By the way, an adder in the path. So you're going to be wise in the path. That biteth the horse heels, so that his rider shall fall backwards. So Dan is going to be holding some things back from actually coming to full force against his brothers. He causes the rider to fall back. So the riders will be what? Those who are in the land trying to take over. There will be those little small dams will be right there causing little small problems, biting the horse on the ankles so it can't move. So it falls, so the riders fall backwards. So if the rider is falling back and the horse falls on the rider, that's killing them. But everyone always seen Dan as a troublemaker or a person who's going to be one who's hindering. He's not hindering. He said he's a serpent in the way. Meaning what? He's wise. He's a wise man. He has wisdom. And he used his wisdom to throw off the enemy, to keep him off balance, to never have full force to take over all of the land. Watch this. I waited for thy salvation, O Yah. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, never again, but he shall overcome at the last. And to him who overcomes. That's what the Messiah says in Revelations. So let us know that the king is going to be down there with the Gadites, or Gad, the Gad. Gad is going to be the king's soldiers. There's already people ready to roll right now. So we're taking over the land by the power of the Father. By literally following what the word says, we're going to do everything that this word says we're going to do. Simple. I ain't got no more to really say about that. That's pretty much it. We done brought all this stuff out, perplexity of nations, all this stuff. We done showed you pretty much where we at. People are like, where's the next step? Next step is war. Period. War. It's time to go to war for our freedom. Period. We're not expecting them to hand it over to us. We're going to fight for our freedom. And it's going to start over starting with Gad. Gad is going to bring forth salvation and freedom throughout the rest of the world. Because when people start to hear what's going on with Gad, then it's going to cause for the other people throughout the rest of the world to begin to wait for the law that's going to be coming from that area. And they're going to begin to start following suit in other areas. And the Father's going to start to cause more earthquakes, cause for Jerusalem to become a cup of trembling. It's about to go down. And the Father is with us. And this is not the best, this is not the time to be a coward. It's the time to stand up and be strong. Because the Father is with us more so than he's ever been. And we're about to see it. So, at this point, I'm about to sign off. Thank you for everyone who tuned in for the Sabbath. Remember, truth is not biased. It's absolute. Are you waiting for what the Father has for you? Because this is the most exciting time right now to be alive. King out.
Yeah, so we are here at Truth Colors today, and today I blew my brother Yasha's mind. You know, by telling him something that he didn't even know about. You see, the Father works in amazing ways. Yasha has had, see the background that I have right here, it has many colors. It's the truth colors background. So Yasha has had it since he started his YouTube channel. So me, in the process of doing my reading my stuff and all that, I've read about the coat of many colors. The father, all the patriarchs in the Bible used to have that coat. It goes down from Adam all the way till Joseph, and during the period of Joseph is when the coat kind of disappeared, but it was the coat of many colors. The same thing is what my brother Yasha here has, truth colors. So you guys need to know that where all the colors for the truth are is where the Father dwells. So this guy has the truth and it's a bomb. If you guys are still double-minded, it's for your own doom. Check him out. Always listen to his words. The Father says you listen to what he tells you. You don't look at what he's doing. Listen to what he's telling you. If you follow the instructions, boom, you'll be saved. If you look at Adam and Eve, they didn't follow the instructions. The Father gave them the instructions. They went away from it. They did their own thing. They leaned onto their own understanding. But right now, he's speaking to all of us through Yasha. So we're supposed to listen to what Yasha is telling us. Truth colors. That's where the truth is. The way, the truth, and the lie. Yeah, my boy.
Yeah. Appreciate it, fam. Appreciate it, fam. I do.
All right. You gonna cut it?
Yeah. All right, fam.
CME family, thank you for subscribing and supporting my Patreon channel, where the truth is not biased. It's absolute. I dedicate this channel through Nzambi Zulu to the awakening of my people and discovering who they truly are, to bring out information and revelation that they may not see anywhere else. And as we embark on this journey together, feel free to shop with us. OBYU, featuring our brand, Goshen Black. You can also purchase new truth music from me, your boy Heart of Song, aka Music, featuring Etana, Nzambi, JG, The Messenger, and other great artists on CD Baby and iTunes. It's time to awaken to the truth and power. Aren't you tired of being lied to? Truth speaks. Truth awakens. Truth comes.
Other Psalms.
Revelations. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark into his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of Elohim, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. Satan cast into the lake of fire. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. The great white throne. And I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on it, from whose face the earth and the heaven fled away, and there was found no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, stand before Elohim, and the books were open, and another book was open, which was in the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books, according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged, every man according to their works, and death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. But I will tell you what will happen to cowards and to everyone who is unfaithful or dirty-minded or who murders or is sexually immoral or uses witchcraft or worships idols or tell lies. They will be thrown into that lake of fire and burning sulfur. This is the second